Where it came from or anything, but it's a police special. Is what it is.
But he had it.
But he had it.
I don't know how
we
he
got it now. Grandmother Millspaugh's house gun, bought in 1900 in Guthrie, Oklahoma. How about that, Carol? And the bottles, and this scratcher is used to clean the pots and pans, and it was used in the Oklahoma land rush. It ran from Kansas into Oklahoma, and that belonged to Grandma Forbes. We got a button shoe. We found this in the house in here. That's my dad's safety glasses that he wore in the mill. That's an Indiana stamp. I can't remember what year, but it was an old state stamp. The nutcracker is there. Cell phone. Good phone. I've seen fire jump out of them things. All right. Carol, you gonna get my sword down?
What?
Carol, you gonna get my sword down? There's an old 128 box camera. Can you get my sword down?
I don't know. I ain't that tall.
You're gonna stand on this. I'll balance you, but I better not climb. I'll fall for sure.
I still got shoes on.
I can't
Oh,
do
I
it.
don't know whether I can reach that or not.
It's Carol.
Reach it either.
Well, Shorty, get down. Now look how easy that is.
You gotta get it
Nothing
off
to it.
that other.
What? Nothing to it.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. Now I got something to point with. That's a little box camera. Another one. That's a carbide light. I used to work coon hunting. And the eagles don't hardly count. That's a VFW hat that belonged to my dad. This was Granddad Millspaugh's plane, used as plain wood. This is Granddad Summers's plane, same thing. Another nutcracker that's a squirrel. A Navy Arms pistol, Civil War. This is a replica though, not a real one. 2 irons. And a conch shell. That's something you took the soil samples with in farmers. 2 more bottles. There's a rolling pin right there. There's a Civil War sword, and it actually was in a battlefield. A Model T Ford pickup headlight. And then we move across here to, these bullets were shot in Vietnam on a helicopter gunship. And there's the cannon and the other shells. Let's see. That is a measuring cup to load that pistol with, black powder. Those bullets came from Vietnam. There's 2 of them there. There's a billy club that came from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. The long gun pistol is a gun that was ordered being built by Abraham Lincoln to end the Civil War. And so it was made a year after the Civil War ended. These are my dad's dog tags, First World War. Killer ran on. Get a broadaxe. Axe, and it's made to put notches in logs like that one. This is a broadaxe made for hewing logs. All the notches up here and these are made with an axe like this. Figure out how to get in now. My pointer. Let's see, where's it? That's a straight edge razor. Right there. Made for shaving. And they were sharp. They're betting probably still sharp. That's something I made in Naples, Florida, and Chris had done the painting. These are watches. One of them's a watch, and the other is a direction. Find out whatever they're called.
Compass.
Compass. Thank you. All right. Where'd my telegraph key go? Carol, have you been telegraphing?
What?
There is a shoe cleaner. That's a boot jack. Use them to take your boots on and off. Step on this end, take the boots off there. That railroad iron was, my mother held it when Granddad replaced sickle sections in a mower. Where it went? Probably World War II or Korean, but they're paramilitary swords. And they did fit on the end of a rifle, and they was pretty deadly. That's what we used to put cigarettes in so we didn't smash them. Can of salve that we used to put on cow tits. Oh, I shouldn't use that this and this goes with this rifle, and this is a 45 caliber plains rifle, and it is a duplicate. It's one that I used. Shot a deer with it once. There's the towers. There's another phone there. Carol, I'm questioning where my thing went to. Deer horns. These are United States Army spurs. Another Model T Ford headlight. Down here, my granddad's oiler, which he oiled the train wheels from Guthrie, Oklahoma to down into Kansas. He made that trip daily. Okay. Security camera. Those are miner's picks up there. A cowbell. That's a goat bell or sheep bell. That's another sheep bell. That is a syrup warmer. Well, yeah, you used to make their own syrup, and you'd warm it up on the back of the heating stove, and you had hot cereal. That bell came out of the, whatever that town's name is. Now it's gonna fail me. Bridgeton school bell. Right there is a oil cap that exploded on me, and that's where my throat hit. And it hurt me. That upset my whole day. Another phone. Let's see, I think that was coffee. If I remember right, it's coffee. Yeah. There's a way they used to buy coffee. That was my granddad Summers' handsaw, and I had it painted the 3 seasons on it. There's a, I can't think of his name. Carol, I can't find that telegraph key. That's our cast iron tractor. There's a War of 1812 sword, which the Civil War, the Confederates bought all those old swords and used them to fight in wars. And that one comes from Battle of Perrysville, Kentucky. Oh, can I get over there? Hair curler. Get it hot on the fire, curl your hair, if you had hair. A watch bob. That's a buttonhole, a shoe buttonhole hook that you button the shoes with. Toy plane. That back in my day. It's old like me. Little miniature cannon. These come out of the trash, and I think Phil brought them in. This is authentic toy from back about the time of the First World War. And this is a fake. It's not real. That little hook up there came out of the J school where my dad went to school when he was a little boy. in Cherokee, Oklahoma. Back here, a doll that was found in this house when I remodeled it. A tire gauge, tell how much pressure's in tires. There is a Maggie. A Maggie is clay rolled into a ball, cooked in the oven until it's hard, and they used it for marbles. These are Civil War bullets, and they are true Civil War bullets. There's a knife sharpener. This is from 1912, Robert E. Lee, Richmond, Virginia, Centennial medal. Some of the old medals. These two are Indian arrowheads, which I found one in Park County and one over in Illinois. Indiana driver's license. I think it's 43, I'm not sure. My dad made this tie clasp. And there's a little doll. There's a silver dollar, 1934 silver dollar. They used to put these in cereal, and my dad collected a bunch of them, and that's one of them. Now, where are we at now? Slowly moving around. That's a command sword, and I think it was probably carried by a man named Croft, and it was lost at the Battle of Perrysville. That is a shucking peg, and you shuck corn with it. There's my dad's. That's what he looked like. There's his hat. There's the badge he would have wore, which is 357th. He was a corporal, and he ordered machine guns firing. This is his billfold, 1918 billfold. These are telling him how to drill and the Bible. All the soldiers got a Bible when they went into the service. Oh, that little gun up there was owned by a Cherokee Indian who happened to be some of my relation, and I talked her out of it. But it's not safe to shoot it anymore. Ice tongs. You used to get the ice delivered off of a horse wagon, and you'd have a sign that would say 25, 50, 75, or 100 pounds, and you put that out, and that was a real ice box. No electric. That's a 48 Star flag. That was put in the grandmother's window to show that my dad was in France fighting. This is some silverware that was given to my grandmother, my mother and dad in 1930 at their wedding. Millspaugh coat of arms. Yeah, where else? What, my camera. And it's a twist. You put an 8mm film in it, and you step there and twist and twist and twist until you see a movie. That's the screen for it. A butter churn. Carol, I still haven't found that thing.
What thing?
I still haven't found it.
What are you talking about?
That Morse code.
Oh, isn't it on the mantle?
Well, I thought, right. That telegraph would send out a Morse code on this. In 1974, we bought a Mack truck, and that's the insignia that was on it. These counting, I don't know how they do it, but they put beads one place or the other. Now, there's one other thing I will go to. In the War of 1812, they used a curved blade. And they learned in the war that if you used a curved blade when they put a trench coat on, you couldn't cut through the trench coat. That's the reason why they straightened the blade out, so that it would be a stab instead of a strike. Because this would penetrate a coat. That's just a command sword. It just tells you how to, when to shoot, where to shoot.